and welcome to Functional Foundations. Today's workout will be focused on strength and mobility. There is no cardio component. The movements are quite challenging, so we're just going to stick to 8 reps. We'll do 3 rounds and there's 2 circuits. I'm hoping this will take around half an hour. For equipment, all that you need is a towel or a strap. And another thing that you might want is like a pillow or a yoga block, something just to raise you up a bit above the ground, and something that's soft. All right, so once you have those, we'll get into our warm-up. This is more of a mobility warm-up, so no jumping jacks or anything like that. We're gonna start off with getting your wrists nice and limber. So what I want you to do is kneel down on the ground and then position your hands so that your fingers are facing back towards your body. Your elbow pits are pointed straight forward, and then you're just going to rock back so you feel a stretch up through the front of your forearm. I'll turn this way. So keep it nice and easy, moving in and out of that stretch. The further you rock back, the more intense the stretch will be. Just easing into it. Let's do about 10 more rocks. Awesome. All right, shake that out. Have a stand. We're going to get into your hips and into your thoracic spine in just a little bit. So what I want you to do is take a big step forward into a nice low lunge, and then raise that arm up and over. Feel a stretch through that front hip flexor there. Then from there, I just want you to place both hands inside that knee. Relax that hip down. Take this inside hand, reach up to the ceiling. Return back to center. And now sit your hips back, leaning forward till you feel a stretch through that hamstring. Hold it for a few seconds. Back into your lunge and back up. So we'll do the other side. Big step back. Raise your arm up, feel the stretch through the hip flexor. Lower that knee down. Bring both hands inside your knee. Take this inside hand, reach up to the ceiling. Bring it back to center. And then sit your hips back. Feel a stretch through the hamstring. Back to your lunge, and back up. We'll do the first leg one more time. Stepping back, reaching up. Bringing your back knee down, both hands inside that front knee. Take your arm, reach up to the ceiling. Back to center. Sit your hips back, feel that stretch through the hamstring. Back to your lunge position. And stand it back up, back to the other side one more time. So big step back, stretch out that hip flexor. Sit that knee down. Both hands in front of that front knee, relaxing your hips down. Take your arm, reach up to the ceiling. Bring it back down. Sit those hips back, stretch out that hamstring. And coming back to your lunge. stand it back up. Awesome. So hopefully you're feeling somewhat warmed up. We're going to start out with our first exercise. It's a leg exercise known as shrimp squats. These are quite challenging. I can't do the full version of them, but maybe you can. So I'll show you a few different variations. So the shrimp squat, what it is you're going to do a squat, but holding on to the back foot, and that back knee should be lined up with your front heel. And if you are really strong and mobile, you would be able to stand up from this position. I cannot. So I'm going to do negatives. So how the negatives work, I'm just using my cabinet here to help me with balance. Gonna grab on to that back foot, lower myself down, and then slowly bring myself back up. Lower myself down, slowly bring myself back up. Now for some of you that will be a good intensity, or maybe it's a bit too intense. So grab your pillow or your yoga block to make it easier. Now you have a raised surface, and now if you're kind of falling down on the ground, you have some padding. Also, if your quads are too tight and you can't quite grab onto that foot, grab your towel. And that way you can just hook it there, coming down, and then back up. So it's a stationary leg that's doing all the work. You're going for 8 on each side. See how it goes for you. Additional modification from that is just a hover lunge. So that's not grabbing onto your foot at all. Just lowering yourself down as controlled as you can and back up. So this is an additional modification you could try. All right, let's go for 8 on each side. Choose whichever works for you. Don't get frustrated if you don't get it right away. It takes time. Focusing on that front leg, doing all the work, and that front foot has to stay on the ground, nice and flat, so don't let your heel pop up off the ground. When you're finished your 8, switch sides. Pressing up through that front leg, slowly lowering yourself down. One more at my pace. Excellent, good job. So remember all those modifications I showed you, you can adapt them however you need to. Second one in the circuit are shoulder exercise. So grab your towel or anything that's not stretchy, you could use like a t-shirt or a rope, and you're gonna pull it apart. So keep your arms straight, pull that towel apart as intensely as you can, and you're gonna pull to one side, resisting with the opposite arms. You should feel this in your shoulders. So I'm pulling with my right arm, my left arm's resisting, and then I'm gonna pull the other way. I'll do this twice. So back one way, and back the other. Don't let your body turn, just pull with your arms. Now come up a little bit higher, same thing, pull, don't let your body turn. Feel those shoulders working really hard. 2 at this angle. Up a little higher. Ooh, it should burn. Pull that towel apart as hard as you can. Don't let your body turn. And then bring your arms right up to horizontal with the floor. One more each way. Awesome, shake that out. Last one in this circuit is a side bridge with a knee drive. Show you a couple versions here. So from your knee, this is the modified version. Hand by your head, you're gonna drive your knee in and extend out so that this leg is behind you. Drive in, extend out, going for 8. If you're feeling really strong, come up to your full side bridge, drive in, extend out. So going for 8 on each side. You choose your version. I'm going to do 4 more this way. You feel this in the sides of your hips, working hard. Excellent. Switching sides. Second side will be a bit tougher. Again, either from your knees or from your feet, but try to match what you did on the other side. So I will do 2 from my feet and 6 from my knees. Extend that leg behind you. Driving that knee forward, extending back. Woo, good job. All right, let's repeat all of that back to our shrimp squats. Choosing a version that works for you. Hold on to something. You can hold on to something lightly in front of you to help with that balance, like I'm doing. 8 per side. Front foot stays flat. Control. Remember, you can land on something like on a raised surface. It'll be easier. Whew. There we go. Other side. Pushing up through that front leg. 2 more at my pace. Whew, good job. Okay, we're back to those towel pulls. Towel pulls, I can speak. Stand sideways so you can see the different angles. We're doing 2 at each angle. So starting low, pulling really hard and resisting with the opposite arm. Pull one way, pull the other. Don't let your body turn. Up a little bit and repeat. So we're going for 8 total. That's 3. 4. Up a bit higher. Pull and resist. And right parallel with the ground. Trying to rip that towel in half. Awesome. Shake that out. Side bridge. I think we'll just do 2 rounds because otherwise we're going to exceed our half an hour. So knees or toes, whichever you prefer. I'll do knees. So hips up and forward, hand by your head. Lift that leg. You're going to drive your knee forward. Extend back. Going for 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Let's switch sides. So again, get your body lined up, push your hips forward and up, hand by your head, leg up, knee to elbow, extend back. Oof, feels good. And 8. Awesome. Okay, into our next circuit. We have our 3-legged dog with a push-up. So you can do this push-up from your knees or from your toes. It's up to you. What you want to do is start out in your tabletop position. You're going to push up into that down dog, and you're doing a 3-legged dog. So I want you to lift one leg up into the air, kicking back with that heel. Gonna come back, push up position, push up, and then right back into down dog, raising the other leg. And then back down, push up. All right, so that's 2. We're going for 6 more to make it 8. Push-ups can also be done from your knees if you'd like. All right, so 6 more, 8 total. Here we go. Down dog, lift that leg up nice and high. Come back to plank. Down dog, lift, plank. You got it. Lift that leg up. Two more push-ups. Breathe. Excellent. From there, we're going to work your core with some windshield wipers. So these are working on that rotational strength. Lying on your back. Going for 16 total, so 8 each way. Arms are out in a T position. Keep your shoulders glued to the ground and keep your legs glued together. Just going to rotate one way and then rotate the other. Go as far as you can without your shoulders lifting off and without your legs separating. If you're strong and you have flexible hamstrings, maybe you can straighten your legs out a bit more. Going for 8 total. Nice and controlled. Breathe. That's halfway. Shoulders down, legs together. One more each direction. Awesome job. Okay, third one in the circuit is a glute bridge walkout. So what I want you to do is lying on your back, knees bent. You're gonna squeeze your butt to lift your hips up, but I want you to make sure your rib cage stays down. So don't let your lower back arch excessively. Keep a bit of a crunch there and then lift your butt up. So you have a nice straight line. From here, you're gonna walk your feet out as far as you can while keeping that straight line, and then walk it back in. So for some of you, you'll walk out further, and some of you it won't be as far. So that's 1, 2, squeeze your butt, lift those hips, keep that straight line from shoulders to knees. 4, 5, 6. Keep your butt squeezed, keep those ribs down. 7, last one here. And 8, relax. Excellent work. Let's repeat all of that one more time, starting with the down dogs. Grab a quick drink if you need one. You can always put me on pause. All right. So 3-legged dog, really extending that leg up to the ceiling. Think about lifting that heel up. So you're starting in your tabletop and you're pushing your hips up, push away with your hands, lift that leg up, come back down to plank, push up from toes or from knees, back up, lift up the other leg, down, push up, awesome, up, down, push up. Halfway, you're killing it. Two more. Whew, so good. Okay, windshield wiper time. Getting as much range as you can side to side. But make sure those shoulders stay down, legs stay together. Here we go. 8 each way. You can maybe straighten your legs out a bit more than mine. I have very tight hamstrings. Breathe. One more each way. Keeping those legs together. Awesome job. Glute bridge with the walkout. So remember, you're squeezing your butt, but you're also crunching your abs so that your ribs don't flare up. So you have a nice flat back here. Squeeze your butt. Walk your feet out as far as you can with good form, wherever that is, and then bring it back in. That's 1. 8 total. 2. 3. 4. 5. 7, last one here. And 8. Excellent work. Let's stretch you out. You did amazing. So lying on your back, cross one foot onto the opposite knee and then pull up on that leg. Relax your head down on the mat. Hold it there. Breathe nice and deeply. Relax into the stretch. And let's switch sides. And you can sit it up. We'll do a seated forward fold. So what I want you to do is grab on to your feet, have your body glued to the tops of your legs, and then just slowly straighten out your legs till you feel that stretch through your hamstrings. Hold it there. Keep your body attached to your thighs, so I don't want to see any gap here. Just relax. Slowly coming out of that. Just a couple more stretches into a hip flexor stretch. So what I want you to do is have your one foot forward and then just transition that weight forward, keeping your body nice and upright till you feel a stretch through the front of that hip. I find it helps if you ease in and out of this stretch. And we can switch sides. Remember to keep your body upright, tuck that tailbone in, push that hip forward. Let gravity help you out to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Excellent. From there, we'll just move into our chest opener. So interlock your fingers behind your back, roll the shoulders down and back, lift up behind you and hold it there. Excellent. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you found that challenging, but also fun and effective. I'll see you for our next workout.